Hello class and welcome to Miss Rachel's channel. Today we're going to be doing some storytelling of a story that I'm sure you are very familiar with. But this one's a little different. We're not going to watch the movie. We're not going to read it from a storybook. We're going to do it like we were doing storytelling that we had talked before, which is using our body movement. We're using our tone. We're changing that and just really getting into the story and captivating our audience. But the story we're going to talk about today is Beauty and the Beast. Long, long ago, in a faraway land, lived a prince, a very handsome prince who had many servants and had many people living in his castle. He loved parties and he loved a very elegant lifestyle. But one day, in the very, very bitter cold, a lady, an old woman, came to the door. The prince walked up to the door and answered it. "Please, sir," said the old woman, "can you please give me shelter from the cold, and I will give you a rose?" The prince smirked at the old woman and would not allow her to come in. The old woman then told him that he would regret this decision, and she transformed into a beautiful enchantress. The prince begged and begged the enchantress to please forgive him for what he had done, but she had then put a curse on him and the entire castle. Many years later, in a town right outside from the castle, but that the castle had been long forgotten after the curse, lived a beautiful woman named Belle and her father. They were, quite different from the rest of the little town. Belle was well educated and loved to read, and her father was an inventor. One day, her father decided to go off. He had a fair to go to, and he gave his invention to this fair, and Belle was left alone. And another man in this village, his name was Gaston. Gaston, he was a very, more of a brute. Not very well read, but very handsome and very rugged and strong. The whole town loved Gaston, but Belle did not quite get his charm. Gaston was very fond of Belle and swore that he would make her his bride. But Belle did not quite respond how he wanted. Whenever her father went on to the fair to give his invention, he got lost. When he got lost, he was rampaged by wolves, and that they were snarling at him and trying to bite him, and he fell into the gate of the cursed castle. He went inside and was greeted, but he could not find his greeters. He sat by the fire that was roaring and tried to get warm, and all of a sudden, he met enchanted objects, such as Lumiere and Cogsworth and Mrs. Potts. He was well enchanted by all these enchanted objects, but the beast was not enchanted by his visit. He then made the beast, that was the prince, then made Belle's father his prisoner. Belle was very concerned when her father's horse came home, but he did not. Belle took Philippe, their horse, and rode off to find her father. Belle then found the castle and went inside herself. Belle found her father locked in a prison, and she asked who could do this. And then she met face to face with the beast. Belle was very brave and offered herself as prisoner instead of her father. Her father was then released, and she was kept as the beast prisoner. Through her days in the castle, she got to very well know Lumiere and Cogsworth and Mrs. Potts and Chip and all the enchanted people that were now objects. She grew very close to them and tried to grow close to her captor, the beast. Well, they then got closer and closer, as odd as it may seem. But her father was not aware of this. Her father tried to convince all the townspeople to save her and that she was being held captive. One day, as the beast and Belle grew closer, she grew missing her father and let the beast know that he did. The beast grew kind to Belle and gave her an enchanted mirror that she would be able to see where her father was. She then realized when she saw her father and that he was sick, she begged the beast to let her go save him. And he granted her her wish and set her free. Belle then went and found her father and explained how she had grown close to the beast. But her father did not quite believe her, and Gaston, the very jealous man in the village, did not believe her as well. Gaston then convinced the town that this beast needed to be dealt with and that he was not as kind as Belle said. Gaston and all the villagers went to the castle to storm the castle and murder the beast. Belle tried her hardest to go and save the beast and warn the beast of his treachery. But Gaston was a little quicker. Gaston had planned to kill the beast and stabbed the beast. But with Belle's love and Belle's compassion, the curse broke. The curse that could only be broken with true love. The beast and all of the subjects, after Belle's compassion and love was shown to the beast, broke. And all of the enchanted objects turned back into the servants and people that were in the forest or in the castle. And the beast turned back into a prince. But the prince was not like he once was. He now understood what love entailed and what true compassion was. And the beast and Belle, the beauty, lived happily ever after. Thank you, and join us next week.